Hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to do a Flipgrid today where you share your ecosystem in a bottle. And I want to share mine. It's not the prettiest thing on earth, but I'm hoping that it survives for a little bit. So here it is. I know it's kind of hard to see on the webcam. What I want to do is I just want to share some of the stuff that I put in here. So down at the bottom, I have a layer of gravel. And I put that in there hoping that it would give some drainage. Above that, I put some compost. Above that, I went out and got some soil from my yard, just kind of scraped some off the top. And I was able to find some worms in there. And it also allowed me to get a lot of the little microorganisms that are in the soil. I can see some crawling around right now in here. I have about 7 worms. They're not very long. They're like this big. One's about that long. And I put those in there because I need something to be my decomposer. Worms are really good at returning nutrients to the soil. My soil is very rich in nutrients because I use compost to begin with. But as these plants in here begin to die, which some of them will, right, because that's the cycle of life, I need something that's going to help break those down. In terms of plants, I used a little ground cover that grows like a weed in my yard. I don't know if you can kind of see it in there. Does that help a little bit? I got some moss, and then I planted several seeds. I had some leftover peas from my vegetable garden, and I planted those in there as well. And I got it to where it was a good amount of water. I didn't want to saturate the soil and kill the worms and rot the roots, but it's plenty damp in there so that the plants can be able to take up water and so that the worms don't dry out. Notice I chose to use a fairly large area of air. Okay, it's all sealed off. I have it taped. That's the ugly part of it. That air contains everything that's in our atmosphere right now. It has carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen in it, everything that the plants and the animals right now need in order to survive. And so my hope is that that air continues to cycle back through this ecosystem. The plants will take in the carbon dioxide and use it for photosynthesis, and they will release oxygen in the process, which the worms and the other small microorganisms that are in the soil will utilize. And as they breathe, they'll put out carbon dioxide, and the cycle will go on. The plants will end up taking that in and putting out oxygen. Okay, the water is going to get brought up here as it heats up. It's going to condense and fall back down to it. And so if this is sealed, which I believe it is as good as I can get, hopefully this lasts, right? This is something where if I leave it in this window back here, which I'm going to, faces east, there's no reason that this shouldn't. If I did everything kind of okay, it shouldn't last all summer. So I'm going to let it go, and I will bring it back to school next fall, and you guys can judge my ecosystem abilities to see whether they're any good or not. So what I'd like you guys to do right now is to hold up your ecosystem that you made or film it and share it on Flipgrid. Same kind of thing. Just kind of give us a brief explanation. I'm only give you 2 minutes, so make it make it not too long. All right, guys. Good luck.